love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Killer, what's good, man?
Hey, shit, how you, man? You all right? How's your weekend?
It's going really good, man.
Good. That's what's up, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, where you at, Stat?
I'm in New York City. Tonight is the WNBA draft, y'all. So, yeah. Should be interesting.
Okay. Last night was the draft. Or is it tonight? What night is it?
It's tonight. It's tonight. It's Monday night.
I apologize.
Yeah, Monday night.
I almost messed up.
All good. So yeah, we'll get to see Caitlin Clark and a lot of other good players. So it should be good. But we can discuss our next episode after we see who does go number one overall, even though, you know, we already kind of know. So
You think you already know?
I'm pretty sure we all already know. If they decide last minute to put somebody else as first overall, I think the whole world will be shocked.
Yeah, they would kind of be shocked if she
that ain't gonna happen. The Indiana Fever already negotiated 36. They got 40 games this season. They already negotiated 36 national TV games last week. You know what that's saying? 36 out of 40 national television games already negotiated, and the girl ain't even get drafted yet. You know what that's about. You ain't never see the Indiana Fever 36 times in 1 year on television. So they'll be dumb as fuck. I bet you all them contracts, they just gotta be out the window.
Right.
Yeah, it seemed like Dawn Staley must have knew something when she said she's gonna lift the game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, 36 out of 40 games is wild. And for a player not even to be drafted yet, it's crazy.
Right. Pacers don't even get that nationally televised games. So it's crazy. But okay, so let's start. NBA is getting real spicy right now. The Lakers beat the Pelicans 124-108. The Lakers secured the 8th seed, which will force a rematch tonight. What's your prediction on who will win that game, the Lakers or the Pelicans?
That's interesting. Where they playing at tonight?
Let me check.
Because I'm quite sure they want revenge.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe they're gonna play in New Orleans if the Pelicans. I believe they got the 7th seed. I'm not sure though, so I can check. But
no, they did.
I would believe. I know they got the 7th seed, but I'm saying I would believe because they're the highest seed, they play at home.
Yeah.
And for the play-in?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I know who's gonna win, but I was thinking that I was thinking Zion them better not let LeBron them come inside New Orleans and get that game. You know, it's not like they get a do-over after that night because they're playing the Lakers who just beat them, so they should be going home with a lot of animosity about this. And especially because they got beat so convincingly that you know, I mean, this is where the pride of who you are as a basketball player got to kick in, and especially the morale of the team. But we talked about this last week, you know, when it comes down to one game, I said it, and I know Cam has been saying this for the longest time. If it's just one game that LeBron has to win, you almost got history on your side and legacy and everything else. It's just a hard game to get when you're playing against somebody that got that much repertoire and as much history that he has with the league and history and winning. So I would go with the Lakers, but I was really hoping that, the young boys prove that the old niggas don't still run everything. So that's my way to play it OJ,
Yeah.
Killer, what you think?
I think it's gonna be a really good game. Last night or yesterday afternoon, the Lakers really, like you said, convincingly beat New Orleans. Brandon Ingram didn't look like he was in basketball shape. He just got back. Zion played a terrible game. I think they have one day to study film. I don't think that New Orleans is going to play as bad as they did last night, tomorrow night. But I still going to pick the Lakers to win, depending on Anthony Davis's health. I don't know if you watched the end of the game, but with 4 minutes left, he got hurt and had to go back to the locker room, grabbing his back, walking gingerly, stretching out all on the floor during the middle of the game with 4 minutes left. So he didn't even finish the game. So it isn't like he has a lot of time to figure out exactly what's going on, or the Lakers organization doesn't have a lot of time. So it depends on the health of Anthony Davis. He didn't finish the game, and he makes the difference. He makes the difference, man. He does. You could still see watching that game that LeBron James was the best player on the floor, and LeBron is 39 playing like he's 29, playing out of his mind, but he can't do it by himself. Anthony Davis is the difference maker. So if Anthony Davis is at least 90%, then I'm going to pick the Lakers to win. But he didn't finish the game. He walked out slowly to the locker room, grabbing his back, pause. And I really have no idea if you could fix a back injury in 48 hours. So we'll
Yeah,
see. But if Anthony,
you
if
definitely
it,
can. You definitely
yeah.
can fix your back in 48 hours. If it's a knee or elbow or something like that, maybe, or a hamstring, maybe you get a shot or something like that. Pause. But when it's your back, that's not there's no way to recover that unless they got to spend 2 million on his body right quick.
Yeah,
There's
man.
somebody
So
that can help him,
you
but
know,
it won't be
yo,
late.
just look at that nigga. He's so fucking annoying, yo. Because I know, I put myself every time I see him get hurt in a Lakers uniform, or a Laker fan, or in a Lakers, somebody who enjoys watching the Lakers, and it's gotta be frustration, the roller coaster ride that you go on with Anthony Davis being hurt, available, not available, knowing how good the Lakers could possibly be if he's always available, like LeBron is available. Or like I said, LeBron isn't at their 82 games, but however many games LeBron James played, he didn't miss a lot of games for a 39-year-old this year at all. So it has to be frustrating for people who like the Lakers, or even if you're on the team, because every time you see this nigga grab an ankle, a back, an elbow, an eyelash, or whatever, it's like, oh my God. And for him not to finish the game fucking yesterday was like, I was just looking, because they look so good. The Lakers look good. Them niggas look good the whole game. They was up 20 the whole game just about. And then he goes out, and it's like, they already had the game secure, so they didn't have to worry about it. They was up 20 points when he went out, but still, you got to think about this for tomorrow night. It's a one-game situation. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to pick the Lakers if Anthony Davis is healthy.
the eyelash is crazy. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, but he did have 30 and 11, but that's the type of person I'm talking about. He knows even after they win it that they gotta play them tomorrow, and he don't want to be on the record for that. You know
Well,
what
then
I'm saying?
you down with the wrong organization, because you're going to be on the record.
Yeah,
And the thing about Anthony Davis is that he's great when he's available. When if you put up all the games he had this year when he was playing, he was great outside of the bonus and
and,
B
and the
and the
Joker.
Joker. Yeah, outside of them
Yeah, I
three.
was about to say that when Joker is playing, it doesn't matter if he's available.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know his last 10 meetings against Sacramento, not the Lakers, because they've won without him playing, the Lakers beating Sacramento,
Hmm.
but his last 10 matches, games against Sacramento, he's 0-10 against Sabonis. He's
Wow.
he's won his seven last 8 games against Embiid, and I mean against the Joker, and I think he's like 0-5, 0-6, something to that nature against Philly when he plays dominant big men. So, what you gonna
Yeah,
say?
because
But
you said Joel Embiid, you said Joker, and now you saying
uh,
Sabonis. Those are all front
yeah,
court players.
yeah, 0-10 against Sabonis as well.
Yeah,
So
that
we'll
means
see.
Sabonis knows him.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So I know we were discussing LeBron's age, right? So in the game that they did just previously play against the Pelicans, he did record a triple double, 28 points, 17 assists, 11 rebounds. How do you guys feel about him even performing still at this level?
He said he spent 2 million on his body. He's supposed to be getting 28, 15, and 11. I mean, he took care of his body. He did this stuff that was necessary. And that seemed to be like a new thing that people should focus on, both male and female athletes. That I don't ever remember anybody taking care of themselves like that and staying in that type of shape. Not even Jordan, when he came back for the Wizards, he was still slim, but he wasn't paused. He wasn't like cut up like that. So I think that goes really far. The last person I remember, constantly taking care of themselves like that probably was Ray Allen. Somebody that even when they got older, they just stayed in tip top shape. And that says a lot about them. Because and I know people joke around about, spending money on his body, but even if he was taking something, you still would have to work out. So the regimen and the discipline is still there. And I'm not saying that he has. I'm just saying even if somebody was trying to say that, it's like a girl, she could go get her body done, but if she's gonna stay there, it's stuff she's gonna have to do.
If you're not saying that, why would you say that?
That's what they do in the media.
I'm just saying, if you're
That's
not gonna say that,
that's
I'm not.
that's what
You just
niggas do
said
in the
you
media. I apologize, LeBron, because that's what niggas
just.
do in the media. They say they ain't saying it, but they keep saying it. Like, nigga, thanks, Cam, for saying that. I hate when niggas do that, because niggas do that. They used to always do that to me. Now, I'm not saying this, but nigga, you keep saying it. It's like they put you on the magazine and go, is he for real? Nigga, there's nothing good about that statement. Thank you, Kim, for saying that.
Yeah, yeah, you might
Shout
look.
out to LeBron and the
Look.
James family, man.
Yeah, I got look. You gonna hold me accountable. I hold you accountable. I'm just wondering because it's like when a nigga be like, "Yo, I really hate to bother you, but you about to bother me, right?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
nigga
yeah.
say, my whole life I ain't never asked you for nothing.
Gee, for nothing.
Don't start now, nigga.
Yeah,
Keep the
yeah,
record
man.
going.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate when niggas be like, yo, man, I really hate to bother you, but so you bothering me. You know this already before you even say it. You already know this, man.
I ain't have to ask you this. I wouldn't be asking you this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't have to
Yeah,
ask me this, man.
exactly. All
Okay.
right, but as far as LeBron playing, um, look, bro, me and Mase talked about it, I believe, on Friday before we left Hal, and we didn't talk about this specifically, but it was more like about how I forget what blog or website or outlet that was that had their top 10 players. And they had certain players that had a LeBron, Anthony Davis, and I believe
Mhm.
Kevin Durant. And we was talking about solely based off this season. I don't believe either one of them I had a LeBron. Um, just because we don't know what's happening with Anthony Davis. D'Lo, and he's been playing good the second half of the season. LeBron, from game 1 to game 82, put on a show for us. So, outside the 7, 8, 9 games he missed, put on a show for his 21st season. Looks amazing, and like Mase said, look, if you spend that much on taking care of yourself, that means what you do is important to you. What I will say is this, because I'm one of them people too that always kind of bash, because I seen it a lot last night. I seen it this morning on a lot of people putting up what Michael Jordan did at 38 and what LeBron did at 38, or what Michael Jordan did at 39, what LeBron did at 39. What I'm saying is this for the people that don't know, and even for the people that do know, that tend, because I was one of them people too, that tend to discredit the Wizards' Michael Jordan. Well, we have to keep into consideration when it comes to the Wizards' Michael Jordan and him not being in good a shape as LeBron James, which is a fact, is that Michael Jordan didn't go there to play. Michael Jordan went there to try and co-own the team and get his feet wet as an owner. And he seen how bad the team was doing and decided to suit up. A lot of people don't remember that. Like, we just all sit there and be like, Michael Jordan Wizard. I don't like Michael Jordan Wizard. I don't like him. Me included. I was on that train for a minute. Then I had to sit back and do the due diligence and remember that nigga didn't start the seasons playing with the Wizards. That nigga didn't get traded to the Wizards. He went there as an owner. The owner team, he like, yeah, I could still beat these niggas. These niggas trash. And he ended up joining the team during that season. So it wasn't like he had an off season of training, a summer of training. He wasn't even planning on playing. So even though 38, 39-year-old Michael Jordan isn't 38 to 39-year-old LeBron James, he wasn't supposed to be playing. He just seen niggas was in dire straits and needed help. And he said, let me put my cape on. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I remember Mike was finger rolling and all that. I wasn't used to Mike finger rolling.
Yo, Murder.
Like,
Yo, Murder. I ain't gonna front. I used to sit on the Wizards Jordan, and not even for LeBron. I used to be like, I don't want to hear that Wizards Jordan shit, man. I don't like the Wizards Jordan. Then I was looking at something probably about a year ago, and I was like, you know what? Mike didn't even come over here to play. Mike wasn't even supposed to be playing. He ain't trained and none of that shit. Mike motherfucking got up and was like, these niggas ain't shit. Let me suit up and see what I can do. I remember that year, Paul Pierce just recently told a story how that same year during the All-Star break, Mike Jordan was at halftime in the locker room smoking cigars. And niggas thought that he wasn't coming back out for the second half, and then end up hitting the game-winning shot. Mike on that type of time during them years, you know what I'm saying? Like, you smoking cigars at halftime? Yeah, my Paul Pierce said we thought Mike wasn't coming back out second half. And he ended up winning the game-winning shot during that 38, 39-year-old era. So just want to put that out there.
yeah. And also, I mean, before we move on, at 39 is when niggas start getting hurt. Niggas, their ankle, their back, their Achilles, their hip, all of that. So, you know,
and Murder, to add on to that,
miracle.
people get hurt doing that without playing basketball at that age.
Yeah, so what LeBron is doing is a miracle, for real.
Yes, sir.
Definitely is. Okay, so the Bucks lost to the Magic 113-88. Giannis missed his third straight game due to injury. How do you guys feel about Giannis' absence, or are you guys not even worried about it right now?
Killer, you could go first on that.
First of all, I watched that game when Giannis got hurt. Niggas better hope it's just a calf injury, because the way Giannis fell, it looked more like an Achilles situation.
Achilles, right? Yeah.
Nobody was near the nigga. Nobody hit him. He was just walking and fell. I've seen that way too many times when it comes to Achilles tears or strains or whatever, Achilles injuries, period. So I hope, for the Bucks' sake, that it's just a calf injury and hopefully he could come back, because this will be another terrible time to be getting hurt. You
Yeah.
know, this would be a terrible time to be getting hurt. And what I'll say is this: they end up getting the third seed. Shout out to the Knicks. The Knicks finished with the second seed,
Second.
man.
Yeah.
The Knicks finished with the second seed, man. You know, shout out to New York, man. It's been a minute. They got a 50-win season and the second seed, man. So congratulations to them, man. But I'm pretty sure we'll talk about them later. But if I was the Bucks, I would be worried. I would be totally worried because Indiana seemed to have their way with the Bucks this season. It seemed
Mhm.
like it seemed like that they had total control over the Bucks. I think they lost one game to the Bucks while they won three. This off the top of my head, I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah, there was
But
the play-in when he went Dame time.
yeah, that's what I was getting to. Like, yeah, like Halliburton was having his way. Dame time, they was winning. They end up beating them going to the play-in. I think after the play-in, the Bucks beat them once, but then Indiana beat them again. This is pardon me if I don't have this absolute right, but I believe Indiana had their way with the Bucks this season. And sometimes you may not be able to figure a team out to where possibly uh it's hard to beat a team that beat you three times over and over and over. But I think sometimes you got a nigga number like, and I know these niggas. Y'all niggas thought
It
this was
ain't
the
nothing they could
problem.
do.
Yeah, like I know these niggas. So I'm real interested to see how the first two games go. I'm interested to see the health of Giannis and how this goes with Doc Rivers as well, because Doc, you was brought in for these situations right here. We don't want to hear Giannis isn't available. We don't want to hear that he's hurt. You are a veteran coach and you
Yeah.
work with the personnel that you have. So I know not sitting there acting like a superstar may not be 100%, but this is why you're supposed to be considered, quote unquote, a superstar coach. What are you going to do? So I'm interested in seeing that. But if I had to pick right this very second, and I know this isn't the question was, how do we feel about the Bucks losing their third straight game? It's not about that. It isn't the question for me because it is what it is. The question is, will they be able to beat the Indiana Pacers falling into that third seed? And right now, I really can't say that I have a definitive answer that they will.
Yeah, I think they're in trouble. Honestly, I've been talking about when the year first started, I had Milwaukee as my team to come out of the East, but with a injured Giannis looking like what you said, an Achilles tear, even if it's not a complete tear, it's still not something that I could see him recovering from and dominating this playoff season, which is right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think Doc has no excuse on another note because Doc he has another superstar and another all-star on the team. So it's not like he doesn't have personnel to be on that team. I think he have two other all-stars and another superstar. So he really has no excuse to not get much of what needs to be done, especially in first round and partial the second round, because this is a team with Damian Lillard, Lopez, and Middleton. You should be able to win some playoff games with just that. But I think the thing that also came back to haunt them was just the personal issues of Damian Lillard off the court. I said that from the top of the year that's gonna be a transition that may, take its toll on him as a player. I just knew what the psyche was because it was a new environment. And when you're going through stuff with family, you can't really tell how that's going to go. Not putting it all on that, but I'm saying when you're going through those transitions, and Dame is, family to us. So we wish him the best. I want to see him do well, but 2 for 14? That don't even sound like Damon Lillard. We can't blame it on Glorilla, right? So then the only next thing to blame it on is off the court issues, because this is Damian Lillard we talking about. This is logo Dame. And to say he was 2 for 14 is crazy, especially against on the Magic, but you also Ken was talking about the defense of the young boy down there, Suggs. So he had him shooting 2 for 14. It's crazy, man. This is Damian Lillard. That don't even make sense.
What you talking about in Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suggs, he became a really good defender this past year. Yep.
So it sounds like that's paying off, especially if he got Damian Lillard at 16 points at 2 for 14 shooting. That's crazy. For the Bucks,
So
yeah.
hypothetically speaking, right? If Giannis doesn't return anytime soon, or like Cam said, if he returns injured, do you guys think that the Bucks will still be able to finish strong, or have you kind of lost hope? Because I think you guys both had the Bucks, as like your favorite in the East at the beginning
Yeah.
of the season. Has that completely swapped for you?
Without Giannis is a complete no for me. Cause
Okay.
because they were having struggles with Indiana with Giannis. Remember that early in the plan? Remember Indiana was acting like they was about to win the plan. Remember they ended up going against the Lakers when we thought we was gonna see the Bucks versus the Lakers. And that's when Halliburton took the game over. And we was like, oh, that ain't gonna happen later in the season. And now they got the legendary Doc Rivers. Doc gotta pull a rabbit out of a hat. Doc cannot be sitting around like his reputation speak for itself. This is not the time to deal with that. We are with a new generation. What are y'all, Generation Z? And I know they live by what have you done for me lately. Nobody's going by what you did before. I tell people that all the time. If I can't bring up what I did in the past, what make you think I want to hear what you did in the past? Doc, we need to know what are you gonna do right now? Because now you got the New York Knicks. It's no more next year Knicks. It's a new year Knicks. Now they saying they the new year Knicks. Killer. The NY is not next year no more. It's a new year. So I don't see the Knicks. I don't see them beating Boston. I like things have changed. And we still the APB is still out on your Triple J. I'm just letting you know, stat. So you're trying to be quiet over there. You're trying to walk around Miami, but last time I checked, they're in the East Coast too.
Yeah. But again, the clip that I posted that you guys say doesn't count. I did say my favorite is Miami, but my realistic answer was the Celtics. So gotta
Oh
make that
my goodness. OJ is smiling, looking down on you right now.
make that very clear.
Yeah, look, I just checked it out. The Bucks are 1-5 this year, 1-4. Pardon me. Let me just be all the way clear. One, two. Let me see right here. Pardon me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they are 1-4 this year against the Pacers. This don't look good, and that's with Giannis. This don't look good. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll rub it up and figure something out for the playoffs. But yeah, I knew they're 1-4 this year.
Crazy cold world. Okay. And then the Thunder defeated the Mavs 135-86. They sat Luka and Kyrie. One, what do you think of the decision of sitting the both of them? And then, granted, I know that OKC has the first seed, but which team are you most confident in, despite the numbers?
Coming out of the West?
Mavs versus OKC, yeah. Which team are you more confident with? And then,
Mm.
how do you feel about them sitting Luka and Kyrie in that game?
I like both of those teams. I'm not sure how OKC responds in the playoffs. Like on paper, they seem dynamic, but I just don't have enough history with them at this point to go on a limb and be like, yes, when it comes to the Mavs, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting two dynamic scorers, and Jason Kidd is doing a decent job out there. And but when it comes to them playing each other, I would have to go, and it's hard to go against Ramadan Rhea and my boy Luca because that's home team. I don't know. I can't even say. I can't really say. I can't fix myself to go against Kyrie and Luka. It don't matter who they play. If it's not Denver, they got a 50-50 chance, I believe. If it's not, Joker, because they don't got an answer for Joker. But when they playing OKC, could they pull that off? They could. It depends on how they're gelling together.
What was the exact question set?
Basically, how do you guys feel about them sitting Kyrie and Luka? And then which team are you most confident in despite their numbers? The Mavs or OKC?
Well, I would never play Kyrie and Luca. Like this wasn't a last game that mattered to like Oklahoma, Denver, Minnesota. Everybody played because they were fighting for a number one seed. LeBron James played because he was fighting not to be in the bottom of the plan. Kevin Durant played because he was fighting to not be in the plan. No matter what happened yesterday, the day before that, the Dallas Mavericks was playing the Clippers no matter what. So I risk putting Kyrie and Luka out there for one game when they know you have to play the Clippers anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if they played or not. They're playing the Clippers. A lot of games that happened yesterday depended on seeding. Those wasn't one of those games to where Dallas would have played Kyrie or played Luka and then one of them get hurt and then they'll look at Jason Kidd like, you stupid motherfucker. Why was you playing him? And the playoffs is coming up. So absolutely fine with them not playing them. I think it would have been stupid to play them. To me, this is the most intriguing first round matchup of the playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks against the Los Angeles Clippers. This is gonna be good.
Who you going with, Killer? Who you going with?
The goodie, man. If you ask me who I want, I want, like you said, Dallas to win because that's home team. We rooting for the family, Sham and the rest of the family down there. But a healthy Kawhi Leonard is dangerous, man. And he hasn't been playing, but he's another one that has he been playing to get ready for the playoffs, or is it a secret injury that we don't know about? So I think it all depends on Kyrie's health. Pardon me, not Kyrie, Kawhi's health. So if we got a healthy Kawhi, I'm going to say the Clippers. But if we don't, then I'm going to have to say the Dallas Mavericks. I don't think nobody could do anything with Luka, and nobody could do nothing with Kyrie. It's never been about the offense with Dallas this season. It's been more about their defense. In the last few weeks, they've been picking their defense up. We know they could put points on the board, but could they stop people? And they've been doing it for the last few weeks. Let's see if it translates over into the playoffs.
Are they recently right now having a healthy Paul George? Because that matters.
Paul George. Yeah. No, if Paul George wasn't healthy, I would have said something about it. That's why I stressed Kawhi Leonard. Paul George been playing his ass off for the Clippers. He missed a couple games, but it wasn't due to anything major. But yeah, he's healthy. It's about Kawhi, though. Kawhi's the one that hasn't been healthy the last 2 weeks or so. But Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden will all be available. And I'm pretty sure Kawhi be available too. But was he resting to get ready for the playoffs, or was he secretly hurt? He was not secretly hurt. Is the injury bigger than what they're making it seem to be?
Yeah, whoever dominate out of Paul George and Luka is who's gonna win that series. Cause I see them taking the ball out of James Harden hand and out of Kyrie hand more than they would normally do. Cause Kyrie's gonna get his, James Harden gonna get a few baskets, but it boils down to who dominate out of Paul George, the GOAT, and Luka. Whoever dominates out of them two is going to win that series.
Okay, y'all. We're going to go to break. And when we return, we will discuss the Heat versus the Sixers. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. isn't counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. So for the play-in on Wednesday, the Hawks will play the Bulls. Underdog fantasy has Trae Young at 22.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower? Mase?
Higher.
Okay, Cam?
I'm going higher as well.
Okay, DeJounte Murray's at 5 first quarter points. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Who did you say?
DeJounte Murray.
Oh, 5 first quarter points.
Yes.
Lower. Yeah.
Okay, and DeMar DeRozan is at 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Lower.
I'm gonna go higher.
Okay,
They got a
Download the-
chance to win. He gonna have to do everything.
that's good. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So, y'all, the Sixers have won 7 games in a row and moved into a tie with the Magic and the Pacers. Next, they will play Miami to compete for the 7th seed. Who should be more worried? Sixers or the Heat?
You're asking this question, but didn't Joel Embiid get hurt again?
Well, he's back.
He's back.
I think he's back. Yeah.
I thought he got hurt again.
I don't think it was serious enough for him to not play this next game.
Yeah. See, this is what my concern was when they first talked about bringing him back. They're playing the Heat. They're balling. I'm not sure about this game. I'm not sure. It seemed like it's almost Jimmy Butler time. It's time for him to go in the locker room, leave the emo outfit in the locker room, come back out as Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy Butler, and get the W, you know? I don't put anything past Miami. I just was trying to figure out where has Triple J been, you know, given Stat and all of her love for Miami Heat. Can you tell me where Triple J has been, Stat?
I
Is he
mean, just in
still
my
playing?
opinion, shout out the Heat, but they've all just been underperforming a little bit, you know. He's still, you know, putting up points for the Heat, but he's not the main go-to person for the Heat, and we knew that because he's a rookie.
I'm just playing. I'm just bringing it up because you all in the beginning. You was Triple J, right, Killer? Triple J. We was like, who's Triple J? You kept putting him on the radar. Now he's getting the attention that you're supposed to give people when folks talk about them.
It's still deserved.
Yeah, I don't think the Heat beats beat the Sixers. And I also want Terry Rozier to start balling because when he first got there, I thought that was going to be a special situation. He's somebody that I really like his game, really like when he was playing down there in Charlotte as well as with the Boston Celtics. So if they can kind of let him go a little bit more, they probably would do better. He needs to be a major contributor.
Not to cut you off, but he actually was balling until he got hurt. So, because I think he's made major contributions to the team for real. So I'm gonna give him that. But injuries, you know, happen that we don't like because we don't have time for that right now. But they happen.
Yeah, because his mother ran down on me, Killer.
Who mother?
Terry Rozier.
And said what?
You know, first she was telling the Maurice and tell Mase I ain't like what he said about my baby. You know, so people
She told who that?
Maurice Claret.
Oh, y'all was together?
Yeah. People are starting to run down on me. A lot of parents too. Like, not happy. I need more security. Damn, we got to beef up my security. I got to get paid more to get more security because I'm walking through the airport, different places, and it's not even players. It be their parents. Like, yo, can I talk to you? Now I can't even take a picture. I don't know if somebody trying to swing on me or not. Somebody said, "Can I take a picture?" You just feel somebody smack you in your back, and you're like, "Yo, this is my auntie. I can't hit the auntie back." She said, "Don't say nothing about my nephew no more." I said, "Well, I didn't even say that. Cam said it." Yeah. You take this show serious. We gotta watch what we say around here. That's why I've been a
what it
little
is?
bit cautious. This been people's aunts and their uncles. One lady
You
was
know
getting
what
on
it?
the plane on a wheelchair. You know how they let the people on the wheelchair first? And the lady said, "Don't cut me off like you be cutting Stat off." I said, "What?" I'm like, and then and this was the white lady. This was the white lady. I couldn't believe it. She said, "Like you be cutting Stat off." So I gotta watch it, Stat.
Why are you getting on with the wheelchair people though, Murder? why, why are you getting on when they get on? That's the question.
You know, all them niggas always looking for the one up. Yeah.
That's crazy that you're getting on when they ask people who handicap and need extra help.
No,
That's
they say
crazy.
people who need extra time. One lady said, "You don't need extra time." I said, "Miss, that's very disrespectful to say extra time. You don't know how much time I need."
That's crazy, man. I ain't drinking myself. You wild, man.
You don't know how much time I need. I need all the time I can get.
Yo, I'll tell you now, if I ever see you and I ain't know you and I see you getting on with the people who need extra time, I would be mad.
People always come behind me and they said, we're only boarding people who need extra time." They say military. I said, "Miss, you know, I need extra."
Yeah, military. You ain't military, nigga.
Who knows? You don't know what I've been doing since I was.
Yeah, I ain't seen you for 20. I forgot. I would see a nigga shake your hand and say thank you for your service. Yeah, you're a wild nigga, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just playing about the military too,
Yeah,
because
we just playing about the military. But I do need more time.
Yeah, shout out to everything y'all do, and we support y'all out there repping the country.
Yeah.
Look back, this is a dangerous game for Philadelphia, even with Joel Embiid, because this is when Miami seems to turn it up for some reason. I'm not sure. Stat could probably tell us if everybody's healthy or not. But Bam, Jimmy Butler, Hero's back. Look, they Miami Heat have a great team. It may not have been represented that well throughout the season, but when is it that he ever represented that well throughout the season? It's always the same mediocre, lower level shit. Them niggas got to the championship from the play-in. That's why the play-in is so dope. Those are one of them teams that you can't sleep on in the playoffs, and it's only going to take one win because whoever wins this game plays the Knicks. So that'll be very interesting. But it's a few first games in the plan that's interesting. Golden State versus Sacramento, interesting. Lakers a rematch against New Orleans, interesting. And this game right here may be the most interesting. No, I like the Golden State Sacramento. I would want to see that game before anything else. But Miami and Philly, this is a real interesting scenario Very interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know who's
especially
going to win.
especially because they got Kyle Lowry telling all the plays to Philly. He just
Yeah,
left. He just left the six. I meant the Heat. So he's definitely over there wanting to get this win. He's definitely in Patrick Beverly mode right now. We got to beat these niggas. Pause. I just got let go by this team. Win this game for me, you know?
yeah. It's very interesting to watch. This is a pick 'em. I can't call this one. But if we're going on history, gotta go with the Heat, man. Gotta go with the Heat if we're going on history.
My thoughts, I just think it's interesting because everybody on the Heat got healthy at just the right time. I mean, Terry Rozier has been a big contributor. It's still questionable whether he will return or not, but I do think it's going to be pretty even, especially if Embiid is healthy. I'm not going to say I'm gun ho Miami because I really don't know. Like, we have been fluctuating a lot these past games. The Sixers have been playing a lot well. They're 5-0 since Embiid has made his return. So I can't let go of those factors. But if Miami does win and then we do go on to play the Knicks, that already I know is just frustration on the Knicks side because we beat them last year in the conference semifinals. So if that's a repeat, that would be insane. I don't know. I'm optimistic for both teams. Of course, you know, I would want the Heat to move forward, but I don't know. It is hard to say right now.
Yeah, well, the Heat is not beating New York. I want you to know that early. So that
Well,
will be a
New York said that last year. Like,
no, but it's a different team this year, you know. New
I,
York
wa-
New York will
I,
be devastated if they lose to Miami. They would never be able to talk again. We
I
got a
think,
Sin
I
would
think,
not be able to talk for the whole summer. He'll just have to be quiet the whole summer.
I believe that if the Miami Heat end up playing the Knicks, they're gonna win. In my opinion, healthy wise. Look, we gotta realize that
Yo, Cam
we
can't
have
come
to.
back to New York, yo. You can't come back to New York, Cam. Talking like that.
Uh,
Yo, Sin, Cam can't come back to New York, man, because of that.
I, you know how many times they told me that? I better not see you around here. And then I go right around there. It wasn't like that, nigga. We love you, nigga. Look, I'm just being realistic. Look, Jalen Brunson is having an outstanding run since the break. I mean, even before the break, he's been playing outstanding. And for New York Knicks to ask him to do what he's doing in a 7-game series, where not only Eric Spoelstra, you know who's upstairs, man. Pat Riley, man. Pat Riley's upstairs. And the adjustments will be made in a 7-game series. You understand? So, I may say if Julius Randle was playing, maybe, but I'm talking about a healthy Miami Heat. I don't see the Knicks beating them. Not saying I don't want the Knicks to beat them, but for some reason that kid Jimmy Butler steps up in the playoffs. Bam Adebayo steps up in the playoffs. You got that nigga upstairs who don't know how to lose, overseeing this whole shit. And to ask Jalen Brunson to get 35 every night, which he's been doing, which he's really, really been doing. I know we had a conversation about best point guards in the NBA, and we probably had him at number 4 or 5, depending on my list or Mace's list. But I will say this, right now, currently, I believe that Jalen Brunson is the best point guard in the East Coast. I'm going to go on a limb and say that, definitely. So he's going to have to do what he has to do. Pardon me, he's going to have to do what he's been doing the last 2.5 months for them to have any chance, because we have to think about this. He's getting 60. He's getting 35. He's getting 38. He's getting 40. Getting 41. He's putting, these numbers since the All-Star break has been incredible. But I'm just saying, when you play a team game after game after game, adjustments get made. And if he can make the right adjustments and the Knicks get past them, if Miami wins against Philly, that'd be tremendous.
You got yeah. I could see him being past Maxey after that 60 game.
Yeah, I
Once
had
he
it. I
started
had it.
it was
I
like this.
had,
Once he
yeah.
started getting 60 and 40 and all that,
Yeah. I
like,
had him
come
in Max.
on,
I had him in Maxi, but he pulled away from Maxi.
yeah,
It was him and Maxi, but yeah, you can't deny 60 is 60. And
yeah,
like as much as people praise the people on the opposing team or the visiting team for getting 50. Jordan
yeah.
had 45 in the 45.
Braun
Kobe
had
had
yeah,
50. Kobe had 50, 60 points. We got to give that man praise for
yeah,
having 61 points, whether he had a Knicks uniform on or not, because we give the praise to other niggas that come through the garden and get
yeah.
60. So when I had it him and Maxi, but he kind of passed Maxi, and I will say to me, right now, currently, he's the best point guard in on the East Coast at the current moment.
And
Other
you
people,
and you right about that, Killer. I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
You
you
right
good.
about that because the nigga Jeremy Lin had 30 on Kobe and nigga got an ice cream. So
Mm,
if
yeah,
If
yeah,
Jalen come back and get double that at the Garden,
right,
where's his ice cream at? Pause for real.
right,
Ben and
right.
Jerry, where my boy ice cream at, man?
Yeah, what he's doing should not go unrecognized, should not be swept under the rug. We got to realize the Knicks was injury plagued throughout the season. And for him, since this All-Star break, put up the numbers that he's been putting up has been nothing short of amazing to watch. Even to get the Knicks to the second seed.
Yeah.
Finish the Knicks. When is the last time we looked at the standings and seen Knicks at the number 2 seed? And it was good to see when I looked at the standings today. And I said, "Damn, New York finished number 2, 51 season. It's very definitely incredible to watch." I'm just of the mindset. I'm not gonna let these niggas gas. I can't do it to myself. I'm gonna stay patient and watch.
Yeah, probably the last time they was number 2, they probably either lost to Miami or lost to San Antonio. That's how long ago that's been the case.
Okay, and then I gotta ask, so the Sixers have unveiled Allen Iverson's new statue, and a lot of people are actually upset about it. There's a lot of jokes about it, a lot of things being said. So I want to ask you guys' opinion on this statue and want to know how you guys feel after seeing it.
They better not have Mess AI statue up. What are people saying about it, Stat?
You ain't
They're
see it?
basically saying, yeah, they're saying it's not a statue, it's a trophy, but I want to get you guys' like
More the
opinions with,
story murder they saying is small. Pause.
yeah.
AI, my man. So it's gonna be hard to do this take pause, but they can't mess AI statue up. If there's anybody's statue they can't mess up, is AI, because when you're doing Kobe and all those people, they're so beloved, but they're so tall. So when it comes to Kobe, I mean AI, he's 6 feet, 6 feet, 6'1". And if they don't get it right, it look like every nigga from the hood. You get what I'm saying? So they gotta get that right. And I don't know if there's ever been a statue do-over, but by this picture, they need to do a statue do-over. They need to really probably let AI get a wax figure, pause, from one of those Hollywood wax figures, and make sure he loved this statue before they do that next time, because he should have been able to check that and be like, nah, that's not the one I want. Like Kobe, before he died, he picked the statue as one he wanted, and his wife said this is the one that he wanted. I know AI wouldn't have approved of no statue that's shorter than he is. That just don't make no sense. And who said it was a trophy? Who said that?
Twitter.
Everybody online,
Yeah.
people were really pissed off about it. I seen everything. Look, what I have to say about it is this: AI knew what type the statue was going to be. because what it is that a lot of people, I seen the process leading up before the statue reveal. A lot of people just seen the statue reveal. And it's not just AI, it's Maurice Cheeks. It's like 4 other players with statues, and they're lined up outside the stadium. The problem is that nobody of this generation cares about the other Sixers that have statues. They're not Googling Maurice Cheeks and everybody else. So when they gets to Allen Iverson, niggas like, it's statue time. And you see a statue and make sure, I ain't gonna lie, we do have trophies where we won trophies 10 times bigger than the statue. Remember, we don't want 10 feet trophies. So what it is that that's how the Sixers do their statues, because everybody seen AIs and was like, that's fucked up. But all the other statues are that size as well. But I know what niggas gonna say. Fuck them other niggas.
Yeah, it looked like an MVP trophy. It looked like an MVP trophy. How you gonna make AI that small? Pause. You can't do that.
What the Sixers would have to do is, my opinion is, do a statue re-over of everybody, because everybody should have small. Like I said, people are just recognizing because of the not only the great basketball player that AI was, the cultural impact that he had on people my age, younger or older, outside of basketball as well. So when you see that and you be like, yo, why they playing AI? Everybody, and listen, y'all, everybody shit is like that. There's 5 other players with trophies, 4 other players with trophies who's that size. But I get it. If you're my age, a little younger, or a little older, and you had the opportunity to see AI play in real time and the cultural impact that he had, you don't want to hear that. I don't care what Maurice Cheeks trophy look like, statue look like. Give AI the giant shit.
Like this, or I would have did the trophy with him stepping over Tyronn Lue with him on the floor. That would have been a crazy statue.
Yeah. I don't think it's more about, my opinion, as with stats pertaining to the people who's mad. I don't think people are mad at the design. I think people are mad at the size. Pause. Yeah. It isn't. They're not mad at whatever the design is. They more mad. I seen a nigga online say, "Hey, I could take that shit up and throw it in his book bag." Like, so, because when you think of statues, you think of larger than life shit.
Nigga, when you go to DC, you see Abraham Lincoln sitting in the chair, nigga. We need a statue to be crazy.
Yeah, you float in New York, you see the
statue.
Yeah, niggas go inside the Statue of Liberty. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Then the same thing, like the Lakers, Shaq statue bigger than life.
Magic,
Kobe,
Magic.
Yeah, they're big statues. They're big statues. So I think that Philadelphia, and I know they don't want to show favoritism.
AI joint, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's the design. They're mad at the size, and I understand. Pause.
What's the name of the owner again? Don't he be with Meek Mill and them, man? Come on, man. Meek, talk to your man. Get that statue right, man.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, AI seemed very appreciative. He was crying. He was humble. He was super excited about it.
Yeah, you know what it's like. It's just like if somebody gave you something, you ain't gonna say it. It's for me to say it. And vice versa. I gotta act like I'm happy. Yo, word is for you to be like, come on, man. You know, Murder need his own street too. Killer need his own street. You need Cameron's way, man.
Yeah. Even if you gotta put it in your man's ear, say something about that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Meek, no harm, no foul. Talk to your man. Tell him get this statue right.
Y'all are not wrong. In the comments below, let us know what you guys think about AI statue. But that is all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.